Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of the social segment. I am Martha. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Sharing is caring, so please share the information so it can reach the people who need to hear it. So today in studio, I have two awesome guests. You know, they always say ladies first, but here we are advocating for equality, so shoot, my nigga.
Right. Hey everyone, my name is Paivo and I'm a student at the Namibia University of Science and Technology, and I'm specialized in accounting majors.
Counting kids, talking money. And on my right side, I have.
Hi guys, my name is Alina Daniel. I'm a student at the Namibia University of Science and Technology. We go at the same school institution. Anyways, I'm studying computer science.
Okay, I think we have nerds in the studio. Okay, so today's topic is responsibility, or rather being responsible. Growing up, or as I am home all the time, parents are always like, no, you should be responsible at home, be responsible with your studies. But did they ever take the time to explain to us exactly what the word responsible or being responsible is? But if they did actually for you, then good for you. But if they didn't, we got you covered. So Paivo, how would you define responsibility or being responsible?
Yeah, responsibility, I can say it's a duty that one has to uphold the principles, morals and ethics of life in such a way that they stay in a correct path of life where they will be able to achieve their objectives and goals in life. That's how I define it.
Yeah, okay. So, okay. What do you think, Alina? It can be it can be your own personal opinion, it can be an Oxford definition, or it can also be a definition from Uncle Google. Nowadays, Uncle Google is doing justice.
I don't think I can define it any better than Paivo did.
Wow, okay.
Right.
I mean, like, he said it all. That is what responsibility is. I mean, like, responsibility also has to do with you accepting certain stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, like, that is all I feel like I can add to that.
Okay.
At this point.
Mm-hmm. For a Namibian youth or any other youth from any other country, would you think that being responsible is important? How would you put it, Alina? Do you think it's important?
Yeah, of course. You need being responsible is very, very important, because in the end of the day, without responsibility, because like responsibility is something that also comes with discipline. I mean, you need to be responsible in order for you to make sure that your daily tasks, your homeworks, and all the stuff that you need to get done is done. Otherwise, if you're not a responsible human being, then how are you going to get things done? I mean, responsibility comes with a lot of stuff, right? You need to be responsible with money. You need to be responsible with how you spend your money. You need to be responsible with people's emotions, your own emotions, and stuff like that. I mean, in the end of the day, I feel everything that we do revolves around responsibility, and we do need to be responsible.
Okay, guys, are you hearing here? You need to be responsible with your emotions. Okay, so Paivo, would you say that it's important for you to be responsible in the long run? Is it? Or what are the benefits of it being or what are the benefits of you being responsible in the long run?
Responsibility, okay, in my own perspective as a young person, I can say responsibility act as a guidance. It act as a principle that one has to follow in order to be a focused person, in order to be a determined person, in order for as well to achieve whatever they want to be, let me say, whatever they want to achieve in life, in their lives. Yeah, and what I'm seeing in our generation is that it's very sad to see the act of upholding the morals and ethics. It's very rare. It's very rare to find responsible people, and all that is needed is to stay focused. People need to stay focused in order to do well in their schoolwork, in order to have a very good mindset, a positive mindset, and to get away all this negative mindset that people have, and as well be responsible people.
Okay, so if I'm sitting there and I'm watching this and I listen to you guys defining what being responsible is and the importance of it, and also the importance of it rather in the long run, what tips do you have that can help me for me to stop being irresponsible and become and get onto the path or get onto the track to the responsible life?
One of the things I can say on that is you need to stop the blame game. It's very, very important that you stop blaming. Because like I feel like most of us, the thing we do when something happens or when something goes wrong, you start blaming everybody or you start blaming somebody. If something happens, then you need to take responsibility for it. It's the only way that if you start taking responsibility for your actions, then I mean you can start working on your what's the word? Help me out, guys.
On yourself?
On your mistakes. On your mistakes. You can start working on your mistakes as soon as you realize that it's not somebody's fault, it's my fault.
Okay.
I have to take responsibility for it. You dig? Yeah.
Take responsibility for your actions, guys. Take responsibility. You heard it from Alina. What do you think, Paivo? What tips do you have?
Okay, tips to be responsible. Okay, it's quite easy.
It's easy. We are struggling here.
I call it SDR. SDR is self-discipline rule. You should discipline yourself. Discipline yourself as in be someone who is able to correct yourself, as Alina said, and as well to have people that are positive, people that you can have intellectual conversation with, especially friends that can correct you in order to be in the right path of life, that can correct you to be positive, that can correct you to stay focused. I can say those are quite simple tips that one can uphold in order to be responsible.
Okay.
Adding on that, can I add something?
Of course.
You also need to be very, very open to constructive criticism. Like I think Paivo mentioned something along that line. You need to be open to people actually telling you that you made a mistake here and you did something wrong here. How about you take it this way? You need to be very open-minded when it comes to taking in people's opinions. Yeah.
Okay. So if we have the youth watching and we also have parents. So if I am a parent and I also want to help my child to be responsible, what do you think I can do? What would you like your mom to do to help you, meet you halfway on you becoming responsible? How would you like your mom to meet you halfway or your dad to meet you halfway?
Adding my view in that as well is it's not always has to be the parent that should help us to be responsible. I can say the neighbors can also play a part. The priest, the teachers, the friends, and all the society at large can play a huge role in order to correct you to be a responsible person, right? And yes, the parents play a huge role, but I feel like also teachers at school can also play a huge role. And as friends, we should also be honest to our friends and correct them in order to be in the correct path of life as responsible. Yes.
Okay. Anything else, Alina, that you want to say?
I am thinking so hard about it, but I already feel like our parents do the most because every single time we do something wrong, they always correct us and they always, I don't know if you guys do it in your homes, but in my house, my mother always, or my mother and father, they always sit with me and actually manage to correct me where I'm wrong. And in the end of the day, it's what I say, you need to be open-minded and it all comes down to you if you are going to use the advice you're given or you are not going to use it.
Okay, so is there anything else that you'd like to say or to want to leave the youth with on being responsible?
Well, what I can say is it's as we mentioned the tips.
Yes.
One can take up the tips. You should have self-discipline. You should discipline yourself. You should learn how to be an intellectual, I can say. Surround yourself with people that will make you a very I can say surround yourself with people that can correct you when you are wrong and that will also help you to be responsible. I can say that's all I have.
Okay. Surround yourself with people that can correct you guys. You heard it from Paivo.
Okay, my advice would be you need to be a proactive person. Being proactive means that you don't blame people for your mistakes, and you don't blame people for the wrong things that are going down in your life. You need to be responsible with it in the sense that I'm getting lost here, guys.
So take charge.
Yeah, I mean,
take charge,
you need
maybe.
to be responsible in the sense that you take charge of your own actions, and you listen to people, right? You really need to listen to people and their opinions. It doesn't mean that when I'm saying listen to people that you need to take in everything they say. It means you're listening and actually deciding if it works for you or not. If it doesn't work for you, trash. If it works for you,
Go with it. Go with it. We move. Okay, guys, we have come to the end of our episode. I want to tell you that maybe if you want a one-on-one advice, you can go to Childline Lifeline. The number is right down below. You can call them. It's free, and you can get a counselor to help you out, or you can even go into the offices if you want to. And the last thing is that we are having a competition for the school-going kids. I want you to give your advice or actually your comment on this video, and then you put your school's name down below, and the school's name that appears the most, we are going to come to your school and shoot the next episode there, and your school kids are going to be the guests. And guess one more thing is that you guys are going to get to choose the topic. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up if you like it. Bye.
Responsibility is the waking up every day, going through your daily program, owning up to the mistakes that you make, owning up to chores that you have to do, owning up to things that you have to do every day. So it's being disciplined enough to go through in life, knowing that everything that you do is a matter of you owning up to your own things, being comfortable enough to take up any problems and maintaining it as a man or as a young woman.
So responsibility, in my opinion, is the duty or the obligation for you to do something, the obligation for you to carry out a certain task, that you have to do it. It's in your best interest for you to do it, basically.